Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric, and this is Rome, and this is the Aegis Retailator. So a minute ago, I recorded a video with the Redeemer, and the Redeemer, I was a little bit uncertain as to what I would use it as, because it didn't feel like it had more gunpowder, more firepower than something like a Corsair. But it needed 3 to 4 crew members to do it. It was all guns. You could use it as a little kind of a mini dropship, I guess. But it didn't have anything specific for that, right? So I guess you have the rear gun over the back door. You could have one person stay in and cover that while you have the pilot and everybody else runs, or you could use the lower turret, I guess, maybe to provide some of that as you come in. But realistically, I didn't have a great use for it. This, however, is the Retailator. This is also listed as a gunship. This, however, is one that has a purpose, or multiple purposes. While we're here, before we go in, let us take a look at the store page for this one. So this one is $175, which I believe was less than the... Hold on, let me take a look. What was the Redeemer? Redeemer is $330. Whoo! It's too much. Retailator. I don't know why you'd pay $300. I mean, dropship tax, but it's not even really a dropship. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on. Gunship tax, I guess. But this is also a gunship for half the money. So this one has a torpedo bay that you can put on, right? So this is your kind of your anti-capital ship, right? That's the idea. This is to go up against big ships. So it has a goal. But you can also swap out that torpedo module and go with cargo, dropship, or living room. At least that's the idea. Now, I believe some of the modular ships have stuff that you can buy. You can buy the modules, but not every ship is available. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't looked deep into this one. I don't know if the Retailator stuff is available yet or not. We'll go in and see what's in this one. But this makes it a lot more flexible. For $175, you have a heavy ship that you can do multi-crew with, that you could go after big boys, right? You want to do some stuff, you know, big stuff in your corporation or whatever, you can bust this out and do it. But day to day, you could carry some cargo. Not probably a huge amount. And in fact, we just saw, you know, this right here replaces that. So it's not going to be a lot of cargo, I don't believe. But it's something. Or the torpedo, or living quarters, right? You just fly it around day to day. You do your bunker busting. Maybe you do some small combat missions, depending on how many guns you actually have and how many buddies you have. Yeah, this one looks fun. And all in all, you look kind of like something like a, you know, you're like a B-17 or something out there, right? With dudes and man turrets all over the place, just peppering space with bullets, right? That's the idea. So let's go back to game capture here, and let's find the way in. Just docking collar up there, elevator right here. Oh, you're supposed to stand in the middle for this one. All right, we clearly have a torpedo bay. Let's get in here. This is a cool one. I might pick this up. We shall see. We'll take a look at the docking collar first, because we saw that. We'll just open it up. Oh, hold on. How far away can we go? Would not let me go far away? Can I go far away? There we go. There's our dramatic shot. Right, or more accurately, here we go. Ooh. Do you feel cinematic yet? All right. I've lost track of where it was forward and back. Let's go back. Let's go this way. Okay. You could do stuff here. It's got giant reel-to-reels. I'm assuming that's supposed to be bullets for cannons. I don't see Got an exhaust fan there. That looks cool. Can I open this door? No. I can't. Not right now. Oh, manual release? That's got to be for the torpedoes, right? I don't know why we can't get in it, but let's assume that's what that's for. Fire extinguisher's missing. What's back here? One of the turrets will pop up into this one. Whoa. Interesting. So I'm assuming when we're in flight, those go down, right? That's got to be how that works. Okay, so what do we see? We've got the two back there. Back and rear. We've got one under there. We've got another one at the front. And another one at the nose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turrets? And a very cool shape. Okay, we don't have to get in all of them. Oh, what's down here? Oh, we got storage? Okay, does that mean we have beds down here, maybe? Lower turret? I don't know where we are. I'm already lost. Another turret? More storage? Oh, we're on the other side. Okay. Did we... Oh, that's how you get in there. Okay, I was like, how did I miss that? I could have sworn we had to go back. All right, so we did one lap of what is apparently the torpedo bay, but could also be cargo or living quarters, right? It said, yeah, okay, bathroom. Interesting passage to the bathroom. Shower, nice. Does that mean this is living quarters? Another torpedo bay? I don't know where I'm going. Another turret? This is the sleeping quarters. Interesting. Okay. The bathroom's nowhere near, but that's fine. Sometimes you just make space. We got weapon racks there. Plenty of weapon racks. I mean, sometimes you just have the space where you have the space, I guess, right? Oh. And there's the cockpit. So a little confusing, but essentially you've got two bays in there that can be swapped out for other things. Right? Then you've got all the turrets, and you've got your living spaces essentially right up there. Right? That top window there. That's your living quarters. And the rest of this is just access to the turrets and to the bomb bays. We're not touching the ground. That's a little bit weird. All right, thank you, Aegis. Do we have VTOL? We do. I like the look with the skis. It's like it reminds me of oh, what was there's a really sleek bomber from probably the 50s and 60s that has a kind of a similar look to me. Smoother. It's not as, doesn't have lines like this. But other than that, it reminds me a lot of it. Maybe because the engines, nacelles on the wings were kind of similar to that. Do we have any sort of transformation like for the swept back wings? Shields, landing gear. No, I don't see anything else. So that is how it is. All right, as the pilot, do we have any guns? Not a one. This was going to. This is my one dinger in a kind of a flexible everyday ship that you could use and swap things out, because unless you got a bunch of mates, you're not shooting anything. Okay. So I'm not going to purchase it because I play solo more often than anything else. Ooh, that was kind of cool. Trying to get it kind of centered. Can't do it. Can't do it. I guess we just do it this way. Burp. Are these gonna be the thumbnails? Really weird, hard to understand what's going on thumbnails. Anyway, it's cool. It's the Reclaimer. It's not very expensive, but it does appear to be... It's a really specialized modular ship. Which I guess means it's not very... It's modular, but... It's always going to require other people. I guess that makes sense. So as long as you're playing with a group of people on a regular basis, it's pretty flexible. But if you're just by yourself, it's just, you could run cargo missions in it. You could run bunkers in it. Depending on how big those cargo bays are, you could put a motorcycle in one and use the other for cargo and use it for your bunkers, so you can scoot in on the bike, grab some loot, come back out, fill it out, whatever. Something along those lines, maybe. It's cool though. It is definitely cool. I don't got much other than that, but damn. That's my review of this. Damn. We'll see you next time. Thumbs up, thumbs down, don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.